apparently my changes, it did not save in that wonderful alert there. Hi, welcome. I am trying something new today. How do I get that off now that I don't want, now that's all wrong? Oh man. Oh, thanks for the follower. Who was that? Oh, I just saw it come through. Thanks for the follow, Fragile It Is. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Again, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. I'm gonna try to get more centered there. Trying something new, something different. Welcome y'all. So today, I don't even know if my Twitch is right. Yeah. Cool. We're gonna work on some SwiftUI things. It's been a while. Let me get some tags written real quick. Yeah, so it's been a while. I figured I'd be working on some Swift stuff. Like I said, it's been a really long while since I've done it. So let's hop into it. If this is your first time popping into my stream, welcome. I'm Megan. I work as a software engineer now. But previously I was working as a product support specialist for iHog consoles, iHog lighting consoles. They were super fun, super cool. I went to school for theater, so it made a lot of sense. If you don't know what a iHog lighting console is, like, no big deal. It's basically used to run like shows at concerts, theaters, stuff like that. And yeah, so we're gonna be doing that kind of stuff today. Have some fun there. I don't need that on. Let me get Xcode open. I probably should have done that already because guarantee you it might end up happening. Oh, there it is. Awesome. So let's get into iHog. Sorry, I should have been more prepared than I am. Share screen. Look at that. I'm there. Haha. I like when stuff works. It's like I've done this before. There we go. We'll put me in there. That's fine. All right, and we'll do... Goodness, where to go? I have one for presentation. We'll go with light mode today. Why not? All right. Sweet, and I can close that and that. Sorry, y'all. So I got a new light. You can see it in my glasses. I'm trying out the ring light. I have a, if I switch here, can you see it? No, you can't. So right here, you can kind of see it there. We have the ring light, and it's new, different. I just figured it'd be really easy to get lights going on it. I'm not too completely sold on it, but I'm not completely not sold on it, if that makes sense. I have to keep my desk really low though, because if I put my desk at like normal height, it's a weird height. Anyway, all things that don't necessarily matter, because that's not what we're doing today. Let's get back into here. All right. Like I said, so previously I had worked on this as a... All right, so this is a Monterey issue. The great thing is, it doesn't get on there in debug mode, so I don't know what's going on, but Xcode with Monterey just does not like to work correctly. So basically we are working with basically it's an app that controls another device. What I've ended up not doing, so getting to the front to like what this is all labeled, I am going to be adding in a couple buttons. So like usually there would be like another button here that said action keys, and you get your record, update, merge, key, buttons, and those just don't exist here. So the app itself is 100% written in SwiftUI. So it is a... I like the box better. hold on. We're gonna try something real quick. Isn't it great? Let's do. That's what's wrong. There we go. Now you can see more of me. All right. So, like I said, we're gonna be doing the box here. So we're gonna be doing a lot of this, adding in a button here to this existing SwiftUI app. It's running SwiftUI 100% Swift. I usually require the newest version immediately to the app. I'm not too sold that I'm going to do that this time. I might just keep it at an iOS 14 like need be. Just because I don't think there are that many, really quiet probably. I don't think there are that many things that are needed, honestly, from iOS 15 that would require me pushing it forward. So we're going to try just keeping it there. I'm just making sure it's working. Great. We're working. Awesome. And I'm going to go back to round. There we go. All right. So in here, so basically where the screen is, this is going to be on all of the iPhones. So I'm using size classes so that when I rotate sizes and such, I realize I need a screen real quick. Hey Heather, welcome. Where my comments? Hi, welcome. We are doing a thing. I realized I was not prepared like I should have been before this. Well, since I found out that, well, thank you for your answer, Heather, on the last YouTube huddle up where you could like multi-stream to both places, because that's actually what I'm doing now. Where I am multi-streaming to Twitch and YouTube at the same time, hence the bar at the bottom also. We're just trying different things out. But welcome. We'll see how this goes. I have started doing the live coding thing on YouTube like 2 weeks ago, and gonna make it weekly now on Tuesdays. All right, so we're gonna add in, like I said, that button. Oh, and we gotta fix this at some point too. Yeah, Restream's pretty cool. So right before I actually got affiliate on Twitch, I was doing Restream and it worked out really well. And then I got affiliate. And so then I stopped doing YouTube at the same time. But now I'm just like, it's fine. We'll figure it out. I'm not really torn to both platforms, so we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I like Restream. I also have the bot that puts the chat in both. So I have the Restream bot going, so your chat actually appears in the Twitch chat also, and then vice versa, which is pretty nifty. All right, so the first thing is we need a button inside. I can close all these actually. So we need buttons. Where do they go? Programmer. Hi CJ. Welcome. If vertical size class equals regular. So this is switching on the horizontal size class first. So basically it's how far across. And on phones that is compact. So we're gonna go to the default compact. I should probably comment this a bit better. Comments are always useful. That way I'm not trying to rack my brain every time I go back and code. iPhones and iPods usually use this one. How'd your stream go, CJ? Did you catch all the Pokemon? All right, and then so then if the vertical size class is regular, so if up and down is regular versus compact, which I'm pretty sure, well, we could actually just go to it and find out. All right, so this is the highlight, blind, clear, select button, and then the open parts. So the open parts is where we need to go. Oh, I'm sorry. I had no idea that Unite wasn't a catching game. I was just trying to keep you to find out. Well, then did you do what you needed to do? Oh, okay. It was short. That's all right. How was your Taco Bell? Even better question, though. All right, so this is your kind and encoders key. So that's what lines up here. Function keys are here. Utility keys are here. So I'm probably gonna end up in between kind keys and encoders. I want to put in a new button right there, and that's gonna be where the that is gonna be exactly where the action keys are. So it's pretty nifty that Xcode does, and I've talked about this a little bit before, especially in like my YouTube videos, is marking your code. So if you mark your code, notice I don't have like a mini map here, but we can bring one up. I'm gonna go ahead and increase my font size a little bit too. But if I go to view editor, there's a mini map. So when we mark our code, we can actually get these different keys here. So we can get the kind keys, the action keys, the utility keys. So these are all the different marks that I put in. That way you can quickly and easily, you know, jump to different parts of the code if you need to. So we're gonna put action buttons here. So we'll do. I don't have an is action shown. So it's gonna throw an error because I don't actually have that is action, that boolean up here that says is action shown. So basically this button, what it's gonna do is it's gonna act like all the other buttons here. So when I hit function keys, we get this extra sheet that opens. And that's what this is action is gonna show. So it's gonna show this sheet that actually opens. So we can see what those buttons are supposed to look like if we actually throw in a bigger device. I just oh, it's upset. Because I didn't actually finish this button out. I just had completely forgotten in all of this to put these buttons in this part, but we'll figure out how that goes. Oh, I'm glad it was delicious and worked every bite. Yeah, that's good. I mean, I'm glad. I mean, I'm sure Taco Bell is exactly what it needed to be. All right, so if we go here into the iHog app itself, I'm gonna go ahead and make the screen just a bit bigger. The default, I thought I fixed that bug, apparently not. But basically these are the buttons that I forgot to add: delete, move, copy, update, merge, record. So these buttons here are what I forgot to add right here. So we're gonna bring up basically another sheet that just pops up from the bottom, and it adds in that those buttons there. So it'll be quite useful there. I actually it's kind of embarrassing. I had a user actually tell me, like, hey, this is the deal. Like, we don't have them for whatever reason. Here's the issue I have also. We're gonna focus on Xcode. There we go. All right, so so we added the button, we added an action. So basically what's gonna execute when the button is actually pressed. So we're gonna make that boolean up here that we added, the is action shown, actually equal false, equal true. Basically we're just gonna toggle it. And now we need a label here, which is just gonna be a text, and it's gonna say action keys. Now it's gonna bring up the button, and it's gonna say change self.action is true. The text is gonna say action keys. So basically when you press that button, we get this action to go. And now what we need to do is actually make the sheet that's gonna happen and apply a button style. So the button style is gonna be how the button actually looks, and the sheet is gonna be that little thing that slides up from the bottom. So let's do, so I already made this button style before. So if we go to this, we go to this button style here, we can see it's just a struct. It has the open, it's just a struct at the end of this file that makes a button with the size that I did, the alignment, the background color, all that stuff. So as long as I apply this button style, they'll all look the same, which is pretty nice. So let's go ahead and get that applied. Button style, open button style, and it takes it as a function because it's a struct. Like you have to initialize a struct, so it just takes a struct. And then we are going to add in the sheet that pops up. So dot sheet item. So I don't need the item one that is presented in the content. Is action shown. So basically what actually toggles this sheet to open on, and that's the is action shown. And then we do the content. So is what's going to present. I don't even know if I have this action sheet. Action key sheet. So we can see I actually don't have this action key sheet. So we'll do that. And then, so we actually need to go make this action key sheet, which is why it's upset. So where did I put those before? So it was its own, but where? Oh, extra windows. So we can see we have the function key, the open, the encoder kind key. So we'll just go ahead here, right click, new file. It's just going to be a SwiftUI file. Because these are where the buttons are actually going to come into play. Action key sheet. All right, so now I'm gonna also, so it's nifty if you haven't really played, if you play around with Xcode and you haven't really played around with like the latest version of Xcode, Xcode 12, there is this option added, this little button up here that you can't really make out too well, but you know, there's this one with the little plus. If you click that, it's just gonna open another editor, which is really nifty when you need to keep adding things in. Or what I'm going to use it as is a reference. So this left-hand side is going to be my reference and the right-hand side is going to be what I actually work in. So let's open up the function key object here. That way I can see everything that I need. And we're just, it's going to take a little bit of copy paste here. So the environment object for the OSC, so how the app actually communicates to the console is via open sound control. So I have an OSC helper. And then this presentation mode, that's built in for every sheet for every sheet that you have, for every sheet modifier, you actually get this presentation mode environment variable that's just given to you by SwiftUI. And this is what we toggle to actually like close and open, to actually close that sheet itself. So if we were to switch this to simulator here, let's just go to the iPhone. When I click kind 8, so hitting this close button is actually is the same as is executing what this button does here in this wrapped as executing what this button does here to dismiss that presentation mode. So that's why we need that there, because that action key sheet is going to have that close button just as the other ones did. I like for them to be pretty much the same. We're just swapping out what buttons are actually in there. So let's get those added in. I'm gonna go ahead and turn off my mini map. In this one, it's just hard, well, and we'll do it here too. No, are we not? There we go. So that keyboard shortcut is Command Control Shift, or Command Alt Shift, I think. Command Control Shift, maybe the caret on the far left of the keyboard. I do not know because I don't have those buttons on my keyboard. My keyboard is purely my keyboard is just the symbols instead of the words. So I'm really sorry if you were banking on that keyboard shortcut. Cool. All right. So how we're gonna add these in is we're gonna take out this text. We don't really need it. So basically, I already have the action keys as a view here, and we're just gonna basically call those in. Whoops, wrong one. Here it is. But first, we're gonna wrap it all in a V-stack because the first thing I actually want to do is put that close button at the top right. Some people don't like to swipe. That's totally fine by me. So let's just go ahead and add it in because I like to make sure that it's gonna be there. So we'll do a self.presentation mode, wrap value.dismiss. And the label, so you have an action, which is what the button's gonna do. Then you have the label. Text, close. I really should, for as many times as I'm referencing this, I really should start like making like that close button its own thing, which would be fun. I might do that soon. And that way I can rip all these out and just make them a lot cleaner. Adding views inside SwiftUI doesn't really add that much to it, which is nice. So we'll just have to see. I'm gonna take a quick picture real quick and post on the Instagram. We're only gonna go for about an hour today because I would like to spend some time, a little bit of time at home. Sorry, y'all. Should have made this post earlier, but I didn't. All right. So here we are. We're gonna put in we're gonna add some styling here. Just because I'm not gonna make that view yet, that button view yet for the close button. I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing. So we'll make it a red color. Basically, we're just copying it. So it's padding around the button. That way you have more stuff to push. So basically what I did here was I made it a V-stack. That means whatever I put inside this V-stack is gonna stack vertically. And then inside there I did an H-stack. So an H-stack goes horizontally. So the horizontal part has a spacer and then the button itself. And that's gonna allow the button to be pushed all the way to the right, which is pretty nifty. So the spacer is just going to take up as much space as it needs to move that all the way to the left. I mean, to the right. Great, we made it red. And now just to give it a little bit of padding to keep it from getting right stuck at the top of that sheet, we'll just do padding here. But we got to make sure it's on the H stack itself. So right there. Vertical. There we go. All right. So now we have the H stack in there. The next thing I'm going to throw in is this is another spacer. That way that gets all the way to the top, and then I can put whatever I want in the middle. How do you guys, random vein question here, how are you guys liking the new glasses? I got I'm not too sold. I'm not too sure I'm sold on them completely yet. It's between these. So these are the ones I just got. I just got a new eye prescription. It's just slightly better further away, a little bit more crisp further away. I'm nearsighted. And these are the transition lenses, so they're a little bit not what I'm used to. CJ thinks they look good. Thank you. Let's up the. Thank you, CJ. Yeah, they're different. I'm not, like I said, I'm still not completely sold on them. They are, where'd it go? I was gonna do. There. Boom. Ah. Yeah, I usually go for like square glasses. I'm just trying something new this time, so thank you. I'm still thinking on if they're right for me or not. Usually, like I said, I go for the square glosses. I don't know where my glasses are back there. My other ones to show. Action key. Oh. Where'd we go? So I should have action button view is what it's called. And then we need to pass in that environment object itself, which is the OSC. Which is great. I'm gonna go ahead and I don't actually use the previews, but whatever. All right, so we have this action button view. It just already existed. So if we go here, you can actually see it has all the delete, move, copy, update, merge, record that I was expecting. And then what we will do after this though is that's what I needed. I need to get this OSC helper actually in here. And then we can see if it brings it in. So here, and we'll add a spacer just to give it a little bit of space, a little bit of headroom. But underneath here is where we add in that environment object and the OSC itself. So that open sound control. So let's go up into the iPhone 8. That's gonna run it, I hope. Why did we lose connection? It's just really upset right now. That's okay. I am too. All right. So let's see. If we go into programming, kind keys and encoders, action keys, boom, they're there. I really need to make these buttons bigger or the text smaller because that really bothers me. The only thing is I'd really like them to be a little bit higher. So let's go into the action keys part here. We could add in a padding at the bottom. Ew, is that a Pokemon wearing glasses, CJ? I think if I put this up here. No, it's not gonna show. It's cute. I can't. Huh. It emotes completely broke it. Weird. Either that or it's the beta version of eCam that's just. Anyway, I don't know what's going on there, but it's broke. But yes, I love it. It is so cute. Let's see if I bring it back. Nope. How about this? Look normal? Yeah, now that looks huge. Ah. Okay. I don't know what's going on. This is what I get for, so I'm running beta on top of beta on, so like I'm on beta on the computer. I'm on beta on eCam. It's a great mix of things. But I love the Pokemon wearing glasses. Okay, so I was gonna add in a little bit of padding at the bottom here. And this little bit of padding is gonna be kind of useful. Oh, Whalmers! They're cute. Ugh. I like Whalmers. They are fun. Action keys. Yeah, just a little bit of padding done there. It's still, so basically you hit action keys. I still think it's really far down. Because like, if you think about like on your phone, you hit action keys really far up there and then you have to go down and then you go back up to hit close. I feel like it might make more sense if they're pushed towards the top more. Let's see what happens if I add a spacer at the bottom. So all I did in Xcode, you can't really see it, is I copy and pasted the spacer from the top, from above it to the bottom, which isn't bad. Ah, nah, that's a lot better. Okay. I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna open this app here, and that should help me. All right, so I got this ring light. I'm still not sold on the ring light look, purely because my eye, if I actually look in the ring light how I'm supposed to, you get like forever lights because of glasses. And I knew that would be a thing with glasses, but I was like, we'll see. But if I look like a little bit down like this, because it's like off-centered, a little bit better, but then I'm like pointed down the entire time. I wonder if I could, what if I move the light? I wonder if I like position the ring light a little bit further down and straight instead of straight out, if that would be better. I'm not gonna do that on stream here, because that's a whole mess and a half to move it, but it is something to pay attention to. Okay, iHog. Now we need to go to GitHub. Back to sharing my screen, and we'll switch this to current app. Ah. All right. That's the wrong one, but I need to get off of my home screen on GitHub. So my current employer uses GitHub, which is pretty nifty. Like, I've never had an employer use GitHub. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, CJ. If I angle the light, like, slightly different, like, because right now, hold on. I can actually show. That was great. Right now, that's what the light looks like right now. So it's just kind of straight. So it's just straight out, which isn't terrible. Thorgy, can you be careful? You're gonna break everything. Which isn't terrible, like, at all. It's the only issue I have with it is that the only issue I have with it, like, if I move it down, I have to adjust the camera and stuff, so I just can't do that yet. I'll probably do that after the stream sometime, maybe tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, I think angling the light slightly differently would actually work a lot better. All right, let's go figure out what issue that was now in iHog. Get away. CJ, I really like your comment, and I think we're on the right page there, but I don't need to see it all the time. This one. iPhone is missing action keys. Number 48. So here, I'm in 2021-4. We can stage those. Number 48. Adds buttons to for action keys. Push it to the limit. Sorry. I was very much obsessed with High School Musical as a middle school or high school person. Sorry, that's probably ruining all y'all's ears. But yeah. No one knew I was going to go major in theater until I told them. I'm very shocked. Okay, so that got in there, which is great. So that's going to do 48. So what's kind of cool, and I'm going to show a little bit, and it's going to correlate to the YouTube video I'll be releasing this week, is if we go check out my Bitrise now. So I have continuous integration Bitrise going here. So basically whenever I push to GitHub, it's gonna go and run a bunch of these different tests on iHog. So it's gonna run all the tests that I've written so far, plus make sure it can actually build and such, which is pretty nifty. And it's just gonna make sure that it's okay. And then I think, how do I have this going? Do I have it going where it'll just push to, where it'll push to, if we go to 2021-4, which is what it should be running. That sets the Xcode. Oh, does it not? Or do I have to actually deploy is right? Oh, hold on. So under main, it actually goes and it runs, and then it actually ships it as well. So it pushes it all the way up to Xcode for me, which is pretty nifty. That way I don't have to continuously go into Xcode, or not Xcode, it pushes it up to the Apple Store. So during test flight, we'll be good. And then what's nifty is it'll say in here, so in my Discord, which y'all can all join, there should be links everywhere on joining the Discord. I have this whole list of everything that's basically like, hey, there's gonna be a new release, so we can actually see, like, on 2021, July 18th, I pushed it, and then I was able to recreate a new release, which was really nifty right off of that, so it was just immediately ready to go. Discord, go where I need you to go. Thank you. So it's just kind of like looped into that. I'm going to talk a little bit, like I said, my YouTube channel, I'm going to do a whole YouTube video on that. Should record tomorrow morning, I hope. And then have it pushed out for a Thursday or Friday morning release. We'll see. Okay, so those are getting done there. Let's see. I had other issues though. And if we refresh here, what we should see is that it adds the buttons. That should be enough to close the issue. Now, there's also one other issue we really need to fix, and that is these kind buttons getting cut off. So they're cut off there. We can see, and is that in portrait mode? If you can tell, I don't really like the iPhone sizes. My screens are not good enough for it, so I really need to figure out a better way. We definitely know kind and encoders are no bueno there, so let's just go ahead and figure that out real quick. I'm sure this is all related. I know on my iPhone 12 Pro Max, it all looks fine and dandy, which is why I should probably test on other devices. And there are ways for you to do visual tests. I just need to learn how to do those visual tests more, because then I can add those into my automated testing that Bitrise does, and we can actually see what is right and what's wrong, and it won't push the build out to the store, which is nifty. So this is still running. Is it running on? Where does it stick? It's just building all the things. So right now it's going through the different tests, and it's running the, it's running 2021-4, so it won't actually build the ship it part. It'll just do it and make sure it builds and it tests correctly. All right, so we are in the kind keys. This is where we need to go. So, and if you have any questions about what I just did or like what all that means, like feel free to ask. I'm more than happy. Part of me like doing this YouTube stuff, I mean, part of me doing this live stream stuff is so that I can get better at explaining what I'm doing, and also I can hopefully help you guys also. So if you let me know what I'm doing wrong, or if you let me know what questions you have, I can hopefully answer them. It's great. All trying to learn together. Kind buttons. Yep. Coder kinds. Okay. So on a regular horizontal, so if the horizontal size class is regular, which it's not, so compact size class They should be V-stacked, shouldn't they? This should not be a regular whatsoever. I don't understand. Hey Kit Kat, how's it going? Welcome, welcome. Apparently emotes really throw off the chat. I'll report that as some feedback. But welcome, welcome. How's it going? What is going on? Go ahead and pop this out again. So I can actually see. Good. I'm glad you're good. I'm doing well. Just over here trying to get some apps going. I don't know why I hit go, because there's no reason to go. So I'm basing it on the horizontal. We're basing this on the horizontal class, size class. So this should be compact. So why is it? Sorry, Kate. I heard the wife on the phone and it really threw me off because I was like, there's no one here, right? Like there shouldn't be, at least as far as I know. But I mean, I could always be wrong. I don't know. All right, so we have here. So I'm just trying to fix some issues. I have some wonderful sizing issues. You know, I feel like the dogs would have gone crazier though. I didn't hear any barking, so like no one, that really means to me that no one's here, but I could be wrong. DJ said they just randomly showed up. But yeah, that's not, I don't think that's how that works because like I said, the dogs didn't go crazy. Okay, so this is also really hard to troubleshoot because I don't think I'm gonna be able to troubleshoot it on this computer since it's not like connecting. Great. Oh, actually I shouldn't even be troubleshooting on the regular. I should be troubleshooting on the compact, which is also still a V-stack. Oh, I see. I basically just, okay, here, there we go. That should fix it, at least for the up and down on an iPhone. Back, programming, action keys. No, I don't even care about the action keys right now. Ha! Woo! That looks much better. Much better. Alright, so that's done. Action keys look bueno. I rotate, bring those up. Those are still cut off, so that's also another thing. Let's just get this done though. It's always good to commit. So as you commit, you want to make sure you're actually like adding in more commit as you go. That way you can roll back small changes. Boom. So 49. So on number 49. What do you mean by AI or SWE? I really love you. This is all I've been coding 100% this. There is no AI whatsoever built into it. I don't know how to add AI even if I wanted to. I couldn't see a need for it necessarily in this app anyway, but so it's all Swift. I'm just adding in, getting this commit in. So where are we? 49, encoder, kind, encoders, kind keys not cut off. Are now stacked. Oh, I forgot to stage. If you don't stage it, of course you can't commit to it. So, gotta commit when you can. Sweet. Awesome. All right. Now the other issue though that we have here is this part. It's not going into an H stack like it should. Because in here, we're only going off the regular. Oh, what should you choose? Artificial intelligence or software engineering major? Oh, that is a decent question. You know, I don't know if I'm actually like qualified to tell you that answer. I mean, I guess you really need to look into what the actual artificial intelligence like degree is, what the artificial intelligence degree is actually going to give you. And then also look at what the software engineering major is going to give you, because if the software engineering major is going to give you a if the software engineering major is going to give you the coding to code the AI, then I don't really know the difference necessarily. I haven't had to look at like what the different majors offer for 6 or 7 years, longer than that years, which has been nice. But also, I didn't go for a degree in software engineering or computer science or artificial intelligence. I actually got my theater degree, and all of this has been really self-taught. But I think you should see, you really just need to weigh which one is going to get you get you further in the long run. Artificial intelligence is coded by someone. I would imagine software engineers. So I mean, I feel like the software engineering degree is probably gonna call out a little bit on that artificial intelligence part, but that's just gonna have to be something that you kind of have to like go between and choose. Hopefully that helps a little bit there. Cool. Also, thank you. I guess. I don't know. I feel like it's, I don't know, a little bit weird, but that's fine. All right. So what's going on here is I'm not really looking at the vertical size class, which is what I really need to do here inside the regular. I need to do a vertical size class that also picks up the regular by the regular, and that's what that is now in there, the H. So this here should go inside the regular / the regular, and then we need to do one that's a regular by compact that is a little bit better. Right? Yeah, because really it needs to just go side by side. All right. So let's do, oh no, go back. Command X. All right, so we're gonna try to do this quickly because I'm gonna try to end in a couple minutes. So do I actually want to do this? I think so. So let's do switch on vertical size class, case.regular, case.compact, I think is the other one. Yeah. Oh. Sometimes I get confused in my cases because of compact. There we go. Just sometimes I get a little bit confused in my cases, like going back and forth between okay, so we'll do case default. And just going back and forth with my cases from JavaScript and such. It doesn't need a case then. Just because I do go back and forth sometimes, so should have at least one executable. Don't worry, it will. So we want to actually make this an H stack. And inside the H stack, we want it to go the, let me, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119, 1 We still want it to be a V-stack, so we basically want to do this first. Right? Yeah. And then, so that gives the H stack at the top. Then we'll do a spacer, and then we'll do an H stack. There. So that should actually do it. I hope. Go back. Not now. Back. Programming. Kind keys. That didn't do what I wanted it to do. Alright, I think that's gonna be it though. I'm gonna have to troubleshoot. I don't really want to commit it, but I want it to work correctly. So we switch on that vertical size class. That vertical size class should not be a regular whatsoever. So like, why is it reading? It's not a regular. That is so dumb. That should be a compact, you would think, right? But it's not doing it if it was. Okay. Let's just go add a note here. All right. 49 again. Let's landscape not work still. It's fine. We're gonna go ahead and put out a tag. We're gonna create a tag here. Create tag. 2021-4- what bitrise build are we in? Should be 115, I think. Yep. Or 116. We'll make it 116. All right, so by making it the 116 tag, push that up, it should trigger the next one to go. So if we refresh this, there we go, it's on hold. So that's based on that tag. So what that tag is gonna do, still gonna run 2021-4. Should have. It should have triggers, push branch, tag, ship. Oh yeah, ship it. So it's gonna run the ship it, which is still the. Shouldn't run ship it. It should run deploy, where it runs. No. It should run main. That's what it should run. Why did it not? That's fine. We'll just let it be. I'll have to figure that out later. But what the important thing is, bitrise is kicking off. I should be able to push that later. Thank you guys very much for checking this out. Thanks for tuning in and staying with me. I am working with Swift in SwiftUI. So I'm working with Swift. So for iOS apps, they are done in Swift. So I've been working in Swift this whole time. It's been a fun time. It's been a good time. I really enjoy Swift. It's a good language. It's a fun language also. So please make sure, if you like what you see, make sure to hit the like button, make sure to follow me, make sure to subscribe, all that good stuff. If you want to also come and chit chat post stream, you can also join the Discord. We have an awesome, my community and I have an awesome place where you can come and chit chat and talk about development, tech news, play some Pokemon in Discord form, all that fun stuff. So make sure you, like I said, make sure to come in and say hi, and we'll catch you next time. Bye.